All right, I want everybody to close your eyes for a second. Close your eyes. I want you to imagine with me that you are standing on a train platform. Toot toot, toot toot. Do you hear that? So that's the train of opportunity coming down the tracks of life. I want you to look down that track and visualize that train. It's quite the distance away, but you know it's coming. And it's coming. Now as you sit there, you have two choices. To either get on or get off. Because just a few seconds ago, you hear this. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, just to let you know that as the train approaches this station, it will not be stopping. The only way to get on this train is to jump on. And just to let you know that we are not guaranteed to have this train come by. So if I were you, I would not let this opportunity pass you by. Fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests, in 3 seconds, that train is going to pass through that station. In 3 seconds, Angela, you have a choice. Do you jump on or do you jump off? See, there's two people in this story. Which one do you fit into? Which one, Andrew, do you fit into? Catherine, which person are you? You see, in life, I've understood a couple of things. If I jump on this train, is this actually the right train? This is the train that I should be on. Because if it's not the right train, and it takes me somewhere I'm not supposed to be, where will I end up? See how fear can now creep in. So I might just take a step back and let that train pass by. Or maybe I'm full of energy and passion. So I'm going to jump on this train because guess what? I'm tired of where I am right now. I see an opportunity to get somewhere better. I don't want to be in the same place that I was yesterday because tomorrow's got to be a better place. So when that train passes by, I'm jumping on. See, I fit both those roles. See, the first role, I had an opportunity that came across my table to become a certified John Maxwell coach. Anybody heard of John Maxwell? Amazing gentleman. Some of his books that inspire me. And I thought to myself, this is what I want to do because I can help inspire people as well. See, my mind knew exactly what I wanted to do. My heart, I had that passion. The only problem was, I didn't have any money. I didn't have any funds. And that train had to pass me by. Has that opportunity come to you where all of a sudden you had a chance to do something and you couldn't do it because of financial reasons? Maybe family situations popped in. Maybe it was your health. And the train had to pass you by. How did you feel? I was discouraged. I said, well, great. Opportunity came, knocked at my door, and I got nothing out of it. So now what? So I felt discouraged. I felt frustrated until someone asked me this question. If you were to be a certified John Maxwell coach, are you ready for it? What would you have to do? And I started to think, I was getting married next year, and if I spent all that money, I'd have no money to get married. And I probably wouldn't be married right now. So maybe that train passing by was a good thing. So how did I turn a situation from a negative to a positive? Well, I've discovered 3 P's. My first P was to be passionate. My second P was to be positive. And my third P was to be prepared. Those are 3 P's that I learned. My first P was to be passionate. You see, you heard my introduction. I want to be on TED Talks. I want to be a motivational speaker. I want to be able to help people get from one level to the next. That's my passion. That's where my dream is. Why? Because someone inspired me to move out of my comfort zone and into a different era. Why can't I help others? So that passion is what drives me to do what I want to do. Passion is like fuel in a car. You can have a nice $100 million car. That's nice. It could be fancy. It could be expensive. It could be the greatest thing on the market. That's great. But if you don't have fuel in it, it's not going anywhere. It's going to sit there on blocks, collect dust, and probably just retire like you. And I learned that. To continue to have that passion. Because if I don't have that drive, who else will? Who's going to push me when I feel discouraged? You've got to have that drive. That's what motivates you to do what you want to do. There's a quote, I don't know if you ever heard this. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it
Drink.
That's where your passion is. It doesn't matter how great that water looks. If you're not ready to drink, you're not going to do anything about it. So you need to have that passion, because that's what drives you to where you want to go. My second P is to be positive. Now, you can all be honest with me, because we're all family. How many of you told someone that, guess what? I want to learn how to be a public speaker. I want to get out of my uncomfortable position. And someone said, really, Asma, you want to speak? You don't really speak at all. Why would you want to do that? And this height that you had up here started to drop down because, Andrew, why would you want to do that? You do realize that that's the second thing close to death people are afraid of. You want to do that? And also you start to think, maybe I don't want to do this. Maybe I should just sit back and stay quiet like everybody else and find a nice place to hide. See, when you're positive, it's a mindset. And I learned that because people are not going to get what you're doing. They may understand what your dream and your passion is. You need to be able to speak life into your own life. You need to be able to talk to yourself. And now let's say crazy people talk to themselves, just don't respond. But here's the thing about talking to yourself. When you speak life into yourself, when you say that I can do this, I'm worthy of doing this. When that job and that promotion comes up, why can't I get that job? Why should someone be better than me? It's not being conceited or arrogant. It's saying that you can do this. There's John Maxwell, as I spoke about. He has this quote that says, if you're not willing to bet on yourself, Matthew, then why would anybody else? So you need to walk to that poker table, put it on the line and say, I'm all in. Ride or die on this life, on whatever I'm doing. If you're not positive, if you don't believe in yourself, nobody else will. So then don't do it. Because when problems arise, and they will, when obstacles come your way, and they will, then what do? Like most people, you pack it up, brush your hand, and walk away. Because guess what? Maybe I wasn't worth doing it. Maybe this wasn't for me. But positive people hang around positive people. Did you hear what I said? Positive people hang around positive people. So when you're positive, I guarantee you, Derek, someone will come by your side and encourage you. Guarantee it. No matter what you're doing, it's right there. No matter what it is that you struggle with, have that attitude, Catherine, that says, I can do this. Is anybody here ready to join me? And out of 10 people, you might get 2. But those are only 2 people you need on your side. That's all you need. So have a positive attitude. And the third thing is be prepared. John Wooden is a legendary U.S. college basketball coach. And he had a quote that said, when opportunity presents itself, it's too late. In other words, are you prepared when that opportunity comes your way? That job, Angela, that you said, I can be a manager of this department. It can't be that difficult. Well, that's great. So when the posting comes up, what have you done to prepare yourself to be a manager? Did you study the manual? Do you know who your coworkers are? Do you know anything about what your job stands for? But if you're not prepared, if that job does come across your table, then what do you do? But if you are prepared and you walk into that interview room, guess what? You clean house because you were prepared, you were ready. And even if it's not in that particular company, what if another opportunity comes in a different company? Prepare yourself. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Toastmasters, I don't know what train is coming down your track of life. I know it's coming down my track of life. And I know that I will be passionate about what I do. Will you be passionate? I will be positive in what I do. Will you be positive? And I will prepare, which is why I speak anywhere, anytime, any place, to anyone at any time. Why? Because somewhere, I'm going to meet someone who will help me get to where I need to go and where I want to go. Where do you want to go in life? My goal for you is that as you're here in Toastmasters, whether you've been here for 1 day or whether you've been here for 10 years, there's always opportunities for something. Always opportunities for you. Always opportunities for you. You need to be able to hear that toot-toot as it comes down the track. You need to be able to see that train in the distance and go, when that train comes by, it may not stop, but neither will I. So ladies and gentlemen, when that train comes down, do not let it pass you by. just to let you know, you hear that? That's a train I gotta get on.